Project number 2, Service Learning, by Sonia, Ambriz, Garza, and Hannia Espinoza. EDUC-1301-MB01, Professor Diana H. Cortez Castro. Since me and Hannia are both doing our associates in early childhood of education, we decided to find a problem that was within what our future career will be doing. That way we can help this problem from the start and does not get progressively worse. Evaluate a community problem that is affecting our community in the area of education. The decline in our community capacity to learn, understand, and evaluate what they read is an issue that we are experiencing in the area of education. Many youngsters now lack basic literacy abilities as a result of the community's emphasis on phonics-based reading teaching. According to the national data, 40% of American youngsters are non-readers, and 2/3 of them are not proficient readers. Not writer standing stage gains because English is so complicated. Phonics frequently fails by focusing on rules and ignoring high-frequency words, which deters kids and reduce their preparedness for reading in the real world. Academic achievement is impacted inequality in maintained and civic and economic engagement. Is impeded by this literacy problem. In order to create a more informed and just community with possibilities for everyone, it is imperative that this difficulty be addressed through alternate customized teaching and approach. Next, we're going to explain where we conducted our service learning project. So we're all gathered together at our nearest public library. For us, it was Brunswick's Public Library main branch, located at 2600 Central Boulevard, Brownsville, Texas, 78520. We then proceed to the children's area, where we ask the parents if they would like us to help their children read, comprehend, so they can evaluate what they have just read.
Our goal from this project: helping the children learn to read and spell is what we both set out to do. Children in these younger generations are not reading as quickly as they ought to. We wanted to assist them with understanding reading tactics that will make comprehension simpler, such as rereading, asking questions, acting it out, repeating the story to check for understanding, and visualizing the story. You will need to understand reading throughout your life because it is beneficial to all facets. We wanted to help them learn how to read because you need to learn how to read to do math, history, science. Without the ability to read, you can't really do much in life, so we decided to help them out since a lot of the teachers aren't patient enough to help them sit down and just read a long book.
The type of service we provided to the community. We wanted to encourage kids to read out loud in addition to helping them listen. We then questioned them to evaluate their comprehension of the content. We made sure they could better comprehend and interact with what they read by offering simple strategies to improve understanding and retention if they had trouble. This approach helps build their analytical skills and confidence in reading effectively. Your child is actively involved in the reading process when they employ reading methods. This improves their comprehension of the text and makes reading more pleasurable. Reading strategies aid in your child's vocabulary development, which is crucial for their reading comprehension. They can make sense of what they are reading if they don't know what their words mean. Some strategies are rereading, asking questions about the story, reading out loud, acting it out, using a ring and finger to guide the text they are reading. Take a running start. This means going back to the beginning of the sentence and try to read the unknown words in context. Read other things apart from books, for example, titles, comics, magazines, etc. Retelling the story after your child reads a story or book, ask them to retell you the story. This reading strategy helps them child practice their comprehension skills and it makes you know that they're understanding the concept that they're reading.
Why we decided to provide this service. We decided to provide this service to help the students advance in their reading because they're behind, encourage them to read more books and understand big words because most of the reason that kids aren't reading at the pace they should be or reading at all is because nobody encourages them to read and just places an iPad in front of them so they could settle down. To help them improve their vocabulary because vocabulary is very important in the future, enhance critical thinking, and greater concentration and attention spans. Again, since parents, new parents, also older parents, are just handing some devices to their children so they won't have to sit down with them, read a book, color, spell, anything but an electronic. They just give them an electronic and go on with their day, which now because of TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, their longest times is like 15 seconds. So kids can't sit down and watch a long movie anymore. They can't sit down and read a long book anymore. So we decided we need to sit with them, read with them, so we could help them more. What did we learn from this experience? From this experience, we learned that there is a large amount of kids that lack basic reading comprehension. We learned that their attention spans have shortened, making it difficult for them to sit and read a long book. As I said in the slide before this, because of iPads, I have them right here, can't see it because I have my background blurred. Because of iPads, kids don't sit down and read a book. I have a little sister. She's in second grade. She reads really slow and not at the level she should be because my mom just hands her the iPad. But I take time out of my day to sit down with her and help her read, and she's been getting better slowly. We also learned that it is highly important for children to sit down with their parents, siblings, and caretakers to read a book. This will allow them to feel encouraged and comfortable enough to try their best to read. Again, it is very important to sit with your child, sibling, cousin, and encourage them to read a book. If they make a mistake, don't laugh at them as that will only make them not want to read because nobody likes being laughed at. So just let them go, let them read, just be there with them, and if they need help, they will ask for it and you will help them out. But instead of giving them exactly what they want, like what the word is, tell them to sound it out. Help them sound it out. And once they sound it out, ask them, okay, now say it out together. And most of the time, the children will get it right. So that is a good tactic to use with the kids so you can help them read so they could get more comfortable slowly but surely with what the book says, with words.
How will we use these ideas and skills as a future educator and as an active participant of our society? We will apply these concepts and abilities to address a major issue of decreasing literacy in our community as future teachers and engaging citizens. We can assist students in developing the capacity to comprehend and assess what they read by teaching them efficient comprehension and analysis techniques. This entails encourages love of reading, develop critical thinking skills, and offering resources for navigating challenging books. In addition to providing Education preparing students with disabilities will position them to contribute significantly to society as knowledgeable and considerate members of society.
Summarize what we did. Again, I wasn't sure if it meant on the whole project all together or what we did with the kids, so I went with what we did with the kids. Sonia helped the kids by making sure that they were understanding what they were reading. She asked them questions about the book to make sure that they knew what they were saying and not just reading the words. What Sonia did is very important when you're reading a book with a little kid, especially when they're reading it. Because some kids just read the words just to read them and don't really process what the book is saying. So Sonia sat with them in a table, had them read, and then she was reading the same book, and then she would ask, okay, so what did you think about the book? Or what did you think about the character? Since she was reading the same book, she knew what answers would come. Some kids responded correctly because they understood what was going on in the book, they understood the words, and some kids didn't. So she proceeded to help them out, which is very helpful. What I did, I helped the kids with reading. I made sure that they sounded out the words to the best of their abilities and let them give it a go before stepping in. This helped them to be able to understand how the words sounded and how to properly pronounce them. Like I said in previous slides, do not just give the kid the answer. Don't tell them, oh, this says because. Let them sound it out, let them give it at least 3 tries, and if they can't get it, tell them it's because. And if they ask why is it that, or you could ask them, do you know why it sounded like that? And then teach them why it sounded like that.